In 8 months, I learned how to fight. And by the end of this video, you'll learn how to do the exact same thing. What is up, YouTube? My name is Poseidon and welcome back to the workshop. It's a new year, which means I had to bring you some new training footage. And if you're anything like us, you're putting in that work all 2024. So let's show you what we got in store. Let's go.
Alright guys, so very important, you gotta get the footwork down. The most basic, fundamental thing of boxing is footwork and movement, right? It doesn't matter how big of a throw, how big of a punch you can throw, how strong you are, none of that matters. If you can't get to your spots to land your punch, you won't land your punch. It's that simple, right? Very important. Once we get that down, then we start adding the punches to our movements, right? Cross jab, cross hook, cross hook, cross jab, cross hook, cross jab. So those are like the first few things that we, worked on with Poseidon. It was very frustrating at first. He can tell you himself. It's frustrating for most people because you know what you have to accomplish, and a coach like me will lay it out very simply for you, but you're not gonna get it until you try, right? And then you fail. You need trial and error, you need repetitions, you need muscle memory in order to actually get this down. It's somewhat of an unnatural movement, but once you get it down, you really understand how to control your body weight really well, right? Shifting body weight is so important. Being able to move, then plant your feet and throw a power punch. Being able to shift your weight, plant your feet, knowing how to move your weight around, very important, very important. All right, so that's just some basics that we work on, and you'll be seeing that on display today. So Poseidon's really working on his cardio recently, which is important, because if you don't have cardio and you're moving around a lot, the way we train, you're gonna get tired very quickly, all right?
So like if you're trying to get into boxing, into fighting, obviously you need some equipment. And Coach Hoos over here can tell you what you need, but obviously first and foremost, you're gonna need some hand wraps and also some good gloves. And to start, that's really all I was working with. It's just those two things. As you progress, you find that if you want to continue on with the sport, you'll see that you need a mouthpiece, headgear, boxing boots. Not that I have them on right now, but there's a couple stuff that you get over time as you continue to find your passion or love for fighting. So
I definitely think it depends on what your skill level is, what your objective is in boxing, right? Some people just want to do it for cardio. If that's the case, you don't need really any equipment. You can just sit there, shadow box, right? But you'll never actually learn how to make contact properly and land a punch. But that's okay if that's your goal. But if you want to take it seriously, you want to actually learn how to make contact, how to defend yourself in a real world situation, you do need to invest in number one, hand wraps, right? Hand wraps are the most important thing. Poseidon will tell you himself. When he first was, hitting bags at the gym before he actually trained and wasn't wearing hand wraps, because oftentimes, he would hit it the wrong way, hurt his wrist, hurt the big metacarpal bones right here, which are almost like a bird's bones, right? They're very thin. They're not dense at all. They're very easy to break. And people do often break them in street fights, even in boxing matches. People come out of them with broken hands. Floyd Mayweather is notorious for having fragile hands, but when you land punches properly, you're not at risk of hurting yourself. Genetics doesn't allow him to have dense hand bones for some reason. But beyond that, right, you got your hand wraps, then you need your gloves, right? I recommend 16 ounce to start because eventually if you ever want to spar, that's what you need to wear to protect your teammate, your partner, as well as your own hands. So 16 ounce to start. If you want to, progress from there, spar or work on the bag with lighter gloves, you can go get 14s. I wouldn't really recommend 12s or anything like that. Just 14s are good for hand speed. Maybe 12s if you really want to work on it. And beyond that, that's good to start. Now, going forward, if you ever want to spar, you need to protect your brain, right? Everyone takes this for granted and they just joke around, oh, nah, I'm tough, I can take a punch. Like, that doesn't matter, right? Your brain is fragile. No matter, I don't care who you are, you could be, Iron Man, your brain is fragile. It will be damaged. So you gotta make sure you have a mouthpiece you can bite down. Some of that tension, instead of transferring straight into your brain, can go into your jaw, right? That's fine. You can absorb some of that tension like that. Beyond that, right, you also need a headgear. Headgear is very important for, also protecting, cushioning some of those blows you take to the head.
You heard him. I got the gloves on, got the fit going.
When do you do the beard?
Beard, listen, if you don't know, this is new. So if you don't recognize me with the beard, that means you're new to the channel and you need to subscribe right now. Boxing turns you into a man, and that's what I've become in this sport, and that's what I'll continue to become as I get better and better.
Gotta hide that chin.
Yeah, facts. Question.
Roll. uppercut, body, roll, body. Good, cross hook. Jab, uppercut, body, leg slip, wrong way. Uppercut. Good, roll, cross hook. Breathe the head, breathe. Yeah, breathe. So I'll definitely say the biggest things we had to work on, because he came back from a swimming background, he didn't have much, footwork. Granted, obviously he didn't play other sports, basketball, football, soccer. Those sports are very good at developing, footwork, balance, coordination, lateral speed, lateral movement. So we had to really work on the footwork first, really get that down. Once he got that down, then we started working more on cardio and stamina, right? Like that's very important. Like he thought that, initially that the cardio he was doing was already enough. I told him, no, it's a whole nother level, right? Especially because he was a sprinter in swimming, so he didn't really have to do longer races, you know what I mean? So in boxing, that's not how it works. Yeah, you need a lot of stop and go ability, whether it's, doing interval workouts, sprint workouts, that's important, working an anaerobic system, but then you also got to tap into that aerobic system because most boxing matches are going to go the distance. They're going to be long matches. You can't just go into every match thinking you're going to knock everyone out, right? It's not a realistic expectation. So that's mostly what we've been working on. He's gotten better with it. His goals now are to hit at least 10 to 12 miles a week, consistently every week, and then mix in speed workouts with that as well, in addition to doing the boxing, doing the shadow boxing, doing bag work, right? All that's very important, but the biggest thing was giving him those intangibles that multi-sport athletes have. Nothing against them, but it does help to come from a background of like ball-based sports like baseball, basketball, soccer, football, whatever it is. Because in those sports, there's a lot of footwork involved, a lot of coordination, a lot of lateral speed, lateral ability. Good. 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 Good again. Good. Give me 10. Not 8. 7. 6. Wait for it. It's another big thing, right? Is anticipation versus reaction. That's a big thing that we had to go over because a lot of times people try to anticipate what's coming because they don't want to deal with whatever consequences there are. But I guarantee you, when you anticipate, there will be worse consequences than if you react. If you react, you might react incorrectly, but your brain's gonna kick in and try to adjust for that. If you're trying to anticipate, it's a guessing game, right? And you're just rolling the dice. And the punishment is, you get hit in the face. So definitely don't anticipate. That's why I pause sometimes. I wait to just see if he reacts or if he's trying to predict when I'm gonna throw. Good, sneeze me. Good, like that. Bounces up and down, go. Good, yes, keep moving. Good, there you go. Keep moving that head. The hands up, good, keep the hands up. Good, let's go, combo, go. Good, move that. There you go, good head movement from the top. All right, so one thing I'm pretty interested in, right, and I have a question for Poseidon is, he obviously told me he wanted to get into boxing and why, it interested him, but I would be interested to hear from him. What was your purpose in boxing? What do you expect to gain from it? And what was your mind frame going into it?
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people at home are wondering too, or they have a reason why they want to get into a sport. And personally for me, I just wanted to, I wanted to learn how to get my hands right for self-defense purposes. Also, I was always going to the gym. I was someone who was always in the gym, lifting weights, but learning how to box, you start learning how to lift for function and functionality, instead of just looking good. Looking good is great, but obviously they say muscles don't win fights, and I got over that, that mountain where I just wanted to learn how to be functionally great. And third, obviously we're posting this on social media, and there's something out there called influencer boxing, and this is me stepping my foot into that scene. And obviously with Misfits, IFL, Hype Boxing, there's a bunch of different organizations that I'd love to be a part of. And in 2024, I'm sure I'll get an opportunity to be on all of them, maybe one of them, all of them, who knows, but that's the idea. And also just a way to build the name Poseidon's Workshop. Obviously that's where we started, and looking forward to what the future holds. Yo, pause. If you didn't know, this video is sponsored by myself, Poseidon's Workshop. If you go to the link in my description and use code Poseidon15, you get 15% off your order. So go check out the brand, support the boy, and let's get back into the video.
Working per usual.
And also, super thankful and super grateful that I have a great coach as well, great team. It's kind of tricky to do it by yourself. You know, you could purchase a heavy bag like one of these guys. People get those handbags, or maybe just go to a local gym, but you know, if you want to take that next step, you have to find a trainer, and luckily my boy is the guy to go to. So
it's a big investment, guys. It's very important. You know, it's important, number one, to find yourself a good trainer, because a lot of people are out there like, you know, pretending like they know what they're doing and this and that. And I don't claim to be a professional boxer or anything, but you know, I have dedicated years into the sport. You know, I'm almost 6 years deep now into my training in boxing, kickboxing, and martial arts in general. And if I don't know something, you know, we'll go research it, we'll go find it out. But very important. And a lot of, you know, trainers out here will really try to finesse you, and you got to make sure that they're giving you good training. If you're not sure what good training is, watch our videos, watch how we train, watch other videos, watch how other people train. You need to make sure you're growing, adding things to your arsenal. You know what I mean? The worst thing someone could say is, oh, I have a very strong right hand, that's all I'm gonna use. Or I have a very good hook, that's all I'm gonna use. So it's all about being diverse and having a lot of parts to your repertoire. It's very important, very important. So yeah. There you go. See, now I'm feeling it where I'm supposed to feel it. Right now, let's go. Hey. Good. 2. One more. One more.
At the end of the day, bro, boxers and combat sports fighters are like modern day gladiators, and that's an awesome feeling. I know a lot of people, you know, got into boxing because maybe they were in, you know, poverty or in worse situations, and you know, we're all blessed over here, and so that's why we take it so serious too, because we know, you know, what people had to actually do to make a living in boxing. And yeah, there's different reasons for everybody, like I said, but it's pretty cool to be a gladiator, I'll tell you that.
I see a lot of these influencers that are going into the ring and looking like complete garbage, and it's just really disrespectful to the sport. Not only the sport, but the people that came before us, the trailblazers of the sport, whether it's, you know, the actual boxers or the influencer boxers. You're doing a disservice to them and the people that are coming ahead of you, because if you just step in there and look like, you know, garbage and you're not taking it seriously, then you're making a mockery of the sport, really. So I explained that to him, that if he's going to go into this, he needs to, you know, be 100%, take it very seriously, and not mess around when you're training. Good. Come on, let's go. Dig deep, dig deep. Good. Ah. Good. Ah. Okay. Quick in and out of the body.
Yeah, like I said, like going into it, I was just a novice. Like I didn't know anything. It's been 8 months, and you realize that when you put on that mouthpiece, you put on that headgear, you start throwing a lot of punches, power punches, moving around, footwork. You need to be able to maintain that for X amount of rounds, you know. So I started taking it more serious, as you should, especially with the goals I have in this sport, and started running, you know, 2 miles a day. The goal is, like I said, 10 miles, 12 miles a week. So just clocking in miles. You know, I go to the track every Sunday with my roommate. You know, you have someone to keep you accountable. I got my coach keep me accountable. Got my team. You know, you can't do the goals that I have in mind without putting in the work. So yeah, cardio is no joke. That's a big one, big one. Also, big shout out to the ice bath. Like,
huge benefit from that.
Yeah, shout out to my roommate again. Like, he has Edge Theory, I believe it's called, Edge. The ice bath is crazy. Pro athletes use that ice bath. It doubles as a cold plunge and a hot tub. So I'm in the morning just starting off my day. You know, if you start the day with a super hard task like getting into 41-degree water, you know, the rest of the day is easy. And got me feeling like Vegeta in that tank, recovering. You know, recovery is huge in the sport too. Stretching, you know, ice baths, whatever it is they have to do, just because obviously, you know, the sport is dangerous. There's a lot of injuries that you can get. Shout out to Edge. You guys got me right, and if you want to work together in the future, hit my line.
I was outside, yeah? You want me to?
I'm just doing it on you.
No, I'll go. I don't mind. You can put it on.
That's good.
Why not?
That's good. That's good.
Nothing. I'm about to just eat some punches from Poseidon. 1 minute non-stop. We always do this.
The wall or what?
No, I'll just stand in place. Don't worry. So,
Oh.
you know what's going on. We're doing the body shot challenge. I got a minute on the clock, and I'm gonna see if I can hurt this kid.
I'm not gonna move, okay? I'm not gonna move. You can move as much as you want. Ready? Set, go. Yeah, no, keep it right. Good. Come on, push. Yeah. Those looping ones. There you go. Loop it. Yeah, keep going, keep going. Yeah, done. Come on, 10 seconds. Come on, push, push. Earn it, earn it, earn it. See this rib, right here, rib. This right rib, go. Wider. Come on, come on, come on.
He's got it. He wants more. He's crazy.
Nice.
He's crazy.
Good job, good job.
Man, bro.
Woo!
You even make a dent.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not just gonna tell him, I'm gonna show him. That's the thing.
Before we get into the next workout, you know, I do want to say we did take part in a 6-week training camp, a simulated fight camp at a local gym, and that was another great experience, great opportunity for someone looking to get into the sport. You know, we luckily I had my friend / coach do it with me, so you had someone to again keep you accountable. But yeah, we were waking up at 5 a.m. 2 times a week, and at the end there was a proper fight, like a smoker event. Doing that again builds your confidence, and we both took part. We both won our fights, you know, which was a huge, you know, confidence boost there. My opponent was 15 pounds heavier on fight day, and it was 3 rounds, and we still, you know, got that dub, got our hand raised. And again, that's just, you know, a great feeling and super motivating as, again, someone who wants to continue on the sport. So great experience, and looking forward to future fights and more moments like this. So let's get back to it.
Let's do it. Hey. Hey. Good. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. There we go. One more. Come on.
Quick message to the people too. I mean, this is your year, like, but it's only your year if you put in the necessary work and you start today, ASAP. Start ASAP. You know, we had good momentum coming into the new year. I just did my first interview. Shout out to Hey Little Joey. You know, I'm serious about this sport, like I said, and getting an interview is the first step to the road of greatness that I want to achieve. So, shout out to Hey Little Joey. If you want to check out my first interview, check it out in the link in the description down below. And yeah, back to work. It's your year. Make it happen.
Keep going. Don't stop. Keep going, Ram. Right away. Good. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. 8, 6, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Roll. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Come on. 2, 1. Stop moving. Plant your feet. Plant your feet. 1. Go. Defense. Roll. Good. Uppercut. Good. All right.
8 months from now, bro, I'll be on one of these big influencer events, making statements, perfecting my craft. You know, there's a lot that people don't tell you about boxing, like we told you. The cardio, the diet, wrestling. We've been wrestling a little bit too. You know, just working in clinch. 8 months, we're gonna be a completely different fighter. I'm gonna be a completely different fighter, completely different person. Like I said, man, 2024 is a golden year, and can't wait to see what's happening next.
Sir, let's do it.
Yo, you got an at?